Hi, my name is Mac and welcome to Mac Academy. In this video, we are going to talk about how to control an Arduino board or any other type of microcontrollers using Jarvis AI, or we can simply say using Python. This video is more like a basics for my upcoming course on robotics, in which we will not just build simple robotic projects, but we will also be automating different real world objects. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any updates. Let's get started. First of all, I will connect my microcontroller to my laptop. I will be using an Arduino Nano for this video. So for the connection, I will be using the connection wire that comes with the Arduino Nano. Now you can see that our Arduino Nano is connected to the laptop as the lights on the Arduino Nano are now on. So now let's move on to the next part. Since our Arduino is now connected to our computer, let's move on to the actual programming part. So I will open my VS Code here and I will create a new file and I will name it as arduino.py. So I will save it, and the next thing I will do is, before writing actual code for our task, I will open my terminal because I must install a library that will allow me to actually communicate with Arduino using Python. So I will open my terminal and I will type pip install PySerial. Now I will wait for it to finish the installation. Installation has finished. Now another library that we need for this program is Python text-to-speech library. The reason we need this library is that since we want to control Arduino through Jarvis, that's why we need Jarvis to respond back to us whenever we give some command to the Jarvis. So that's why I need this library. So to install it, I will go into my terminal and type pip install pyttsx3 and hit enter. Now I will wait for it to finish the installation. Installation is complete. So another library that we need, and this is the last library that we need to install, and this is speech recognition library. We need it because we want Jarvis to actually understand our voice and convert it into text. So for this I will type pip install speech recognition and hit enter. Seems like I made a mistake spelling here, so I will type it again and I will correct it this time and hit enter. So our speech recognition library is also installed. Now, since we have installed all of our required libraries that we need for this program, we are now going to import all of these libraries one by one. But first let me zoom in a little bit. That's enough. So the first library I'm going to import is PySerial library, but I will say import serial. So the second library that we will importing is import pyttsx3, which is Python text to speech library, and after that we will be importing speech recognition library, but I will import it as import speech recognition as SR, so that I don't have to write speech recognition every time I am using speech recognition library. Now the last library that we need to import is a pre-built library from Python, so I will say import time. So First, we will define the port our Arduino is currently connected to and the bitrate. So for this, I will create a new variable, and in it I will call the serial function from the serial library that we just imported, and in the serial function it will take two arguments. First one will be the port number for the communication. We will come back to it later. And the next thing it will need is bitrate, which for our code is 9600. So I will write comma 9600. Now for the COM port number, which is short for communication port, I will go to my device manager. So for this I will open the search bar right here, and I will type device manager, and I will open it, and in here I will look for the ports tab. So I will open it, and in here I have two ports. So I'm looking for USB serial port. So I have one here, USB serial CH40 COM6. So this means that my Arduino is now connected to my COM6 port. So I will write COM6 here. While looking for active port number, most people usually come across an error that does not allow them to locate the active port number, like they do not see the USB serial driver installed on their device. It usually seems something like this, that it is showing other devices tab, and in it it has the USB serial port located, but it is showing some kind of error during installation. So the reason for this error is that it is missing the Arduino driver. To solve this, we will be installing the CH340 driver. So go to the link I have provided in the description, and from here you can install it for Windows or for Mac depending upon the machine you are using. So I will be installing it for the Windows, so I will save it, and it has been downloaded. So I will open the zip file, and from this installer you can simply install this driver to your machine. I will not be installing it again as I have already installed it. Now after installation is finished, you will be able to find out the active port number of your Arduino. So now let's move on to our VS Code. Now the next thing I need is the ability of the Jarvis to speak and take command from the user. So for this I will not be writing the entire code again, as I have already explained it several times in my previous videos. So I will simply open the Jarvis file in my VS Code, and I will copy the take command function and the speak function from the jarvis.python file. So I will copy these 6 lines from here, and I will paste them right here. And the next thing I need is this take command function. So I will copy it from here too, and I will paste it right here, and I will save this file. Now we can simply return to our Arduino file. So I will maximize it. Now if you don't understand this code, then I have provided the links of my previous Jarvis course in the description. Then you can simply go to those videos and understand it, or you can watch those videos after watching this video completely. It's up to you. So moving forward, now we will define the main function of our program. So for this I will type if name is equal to main. So this is the syntax for the main function of a Python file. So the next thing I want to do is I want the program to wait for some time so that the serial connection can be initialized. So I will call the sleep function from the time library, and I will pass 2 as the argument here, so that it waits for exactly 2 seconds before moving on to the next line. Now I want the program to keep on taking commands as long as I do not ask it to exit the program. So for this, I will call the infinite loop, which is while true. So this is also known as the forever loop. So in it, I will create a new variable query. In this variable, I will call the take command function so that the Jarvis can understand the command and then store it in this variable. Now, the major issue that occurs here is that sometimes the take command function understands the word as it is made up of all the small letters. But sometimes it can also understand that the first letter is a capital letter while all of the remaining letters are lowercase. So it means that there is no perfect scenario for us to predict that either it will understand the word as all lowercase or all uppercase. To get rid of this error, we will call another pre-built function from the Python, lower function, with the take command function. What this function does is that it will simply convert all of letters present in the variable query to lowercase letters. Now we come to our main part of the program, if else conditions. So the first condition will be if on in query. This means that if on word is in the query, then do this. We could also say if query is equal to on, but doing that will restrict our options as we will have to say exact the on word, nothing before on or after on. We cannot say turn on. We have to say exact the word on to make it understand that what we want to do for this if condition. It will understand the if statement as long as we say something that has the word on in it. So the next thing we want to do is print something like turning on the LED. So I will call the print function and pass on the argument as turning on the light, and next to it I will call the write function from the serial library. So I will say serial dot write. Now before moving forward, here is an important thing that we must understand, that in Arduino, if we say a certain port is high, this means that that port will allow the path. But if we say that that port is not high but low, then that means this port will never allow anything to pass through. So since we want the LED to be on, we want the LED to turn on, thus we want the port to be high. So we will say serial.write, and in the write function we will say high. So I will write the inverted commas, and in it I will write capital H. Next we will call the else if statement, as in Python it is called elif, and in it I will say of in query, as if of is in the
And
query.
for this,
Then for this statement
I will
we
say
want it to turn
print
off the light. So first I will say print turn off the light, and then next to the print line I will call the serial function again, and with it I will call the write function, but this time instead of being high the input will be low, as we want the LED to be turned off. Now the last scenario is to exit the program. So for this I will say else if exit in the query. So if exit is in the query, then I want it to print exiting program, and then next to that line it must say now I want it to turn off the LED if it is on. So that's why I will call the serial.write function here, and I will pass in the input as low, so that whenever I exit the program the LED on Arduino is automatically turned off. And after it I will close the serial by calling in the close function with the serial, and next to it I will call the exit function, which is a pre-built function from the Python. Let's try to run our code. uh, Seems like there is some issue here. So it is saying that there is a syntax error in line 9. So I will go to the line 9 of my code, and here we can see that it is saying engine.get.voices, but what it should be saying is engine.getProperty. So I will change it back to engine.getProperty, and in it I will call the voices, and now I will save this file and rerun our program to see if it works or not. You can see here that on our Arduino there is only one LED that is on and all of other LEDs are off, and on our terminal it is asking me for a command. Jarvis, turn on the LED. So it is giving me a type error. So it is saying type error. Unicode strings are not supported. Please encode your input to bytes. So it wants us convert all of our input that we have given to write function to bytes. So we can simply do that by going to each of our inputs and adding a small b next to each of them. So I will go here and type b. Now I will close this terminal and rerun our program to see if it works or not. Now you can see here that there is only one light that is turned on our Arduino, and on our terminal it is asking for a command. So I will say Jarvis, turn on the LED. Now you can see that on the Arduino it has turned on the LED, and on the terminal it has printed out the message that it is turning on the LED. So it's working. Now let's try to turn off the LED. So I will say, Jarvis, turn off the LED. Now you can see that it has actually turned off the LED. Now let's try our last function, which is exit function. Before doing that, we will first turn on the LED so that we can check if it automatically turns off the LED or not. So I will say, Jarvis, turn on the LED. It has turned on the LED. Now let's try to say, Jarvis, exit the program. You can see that it has exited the program. It also printed out the message that exit the program, and moreover on the Arduino it has turned off the LED automatically. So that's it from this video. I hope you learned something valuable, and if you learned anything useful at all, then give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future updates. If you have any questions at all, then ask them in the comment section below. Till next time, happy learning.